Tom is a young man. He is 25 years old. He lives in a small town. The town is quiet. The streets are small. There are no big buildings. There are no busy roads. There are only a few shops, a school, and one hospital. Tom lives alone in a small house. The house has 2 rooms, 1 bedroom and 1 kitchen. There is no TV. There is no internet. There is only a bed, a chair, and a table. Every day, Tom wakes up at 6 a.m. He opens his eyes. He looks at the ceiling. He takes a deep breath. Then he says, "Another day." Again, he sits up slowly. He feels tired. He feels heavy. He does not smile. He does not feel happy. Tom eats a small breakfast. He drinks a cup of tea. He puts on his clothes. His clothes are old. He wears the same shirt every day. He looks in the mirror and says, "Why is my life so hard?" Tom walks to work. He does not have a car. He does not have a bike. He walks 30 minutes every day. Sometimes it rains. Sometimes the sun is very hot. Tom keeps walking. He works in a small shop. He sells bread, milk, water, and sugar. Many people come to the shop. Tom says, "Hello." Tom says, "Thank you." But he does not smile. His job is simple. He puts things on the shelves. He gives change. He cleans the floor. He answers questions. All day, he stands. All day he works. But he does not feel proud. He thinks, "I don't like this job. This is not my dream. I want more." When the day ends, Tom walks back home. The sky is dark. He is tired. He feels alone. He opens the door. He sits on the bed. He looks around the small room. There is no one to talk to. No one to laugh with. No one to ask, "How are you?" He takes off his shoes. He eats dinner, just rice and beans. Then he lies down. He closes his eyes. But he cannot sleep. He thinks and thinks. Why is life so difficult? Why don't good things happen? To me, I try every day, but nothing changes. Tom feels tired, not just in his body, but in his heart. He feels like the world is far away from him. He feels like he is stuck. He says again, "Why is my life so hard? Every day is the same. Every night is the same." And Tom feels more and more sad. But something is going to change. Something big. Something strange. Something that will change how Tom sees everything. One Saturday morning, Tom wakes up late. He does not go to work on Saturdays. He sits on the bed. He looks out the window. The sky is gray. The air feels cold. Tom thinks, "I don't want to stay in this room all day. I feel bored. I feel sad." So, he puts on his jacket. He puts on his shoes. He walks out of the house. He walks down the small road. He passes the shop. He passes the bakery. He sees children running. They are laughing. They are playing with a ball. Tom looks at them, but says nothing. He does not smile. He keeps walking. After 20 minutes, he arrives at the town park. The park is quiet. There are a few people. A mother with a baby. 2 old women talking. A boy riding a bicycle. Tom sits on a wooden bench. There is a big tree next to him. The leaves move in the wind. He looks at the sky. He takes a deep breath. Why is life so hard? He says again, softly, "Why do I feel so empty?" Just then, he hears a soft voice. "Do you feel lost?" The voice asks. Tom turns his head. Next to him, an old man is sitting. Tom did not see him come. The old man has a white beard. He wears a brown coat. He holds a walking stick. The old man smiles. His eyes are kind. His face is calm. Tom feels surprised. Who is this man? He thinks, where did he come from? Tom does not answer. But the old man speaks again. Sometimes, the man says, "You must walk in another man's shoes." Tom looks confused. "What do you mean?" he asks. The old man takes something from his coat. It is a small piece of paper. He gives it to Tom. Tom opens the paper. There are only 6 words. Walk in another man's shoes. Tom reads it again. Walk in another man's shoes. What does this mean? He looks up. The old man is gone. Tom stands up. He looks left. He looks right. There is no one. The man has disappeared. Tom feels cold. He holds the paper tight. His heart beats fast. Did I imagine him? Was he real? Why did he give me this message? He walks home quickly. He closes the door. He sits on the bed. He looks at the note again. He reads it out loud. Walk in another man's shoes. He says it again and again. He feels something in his chest. Not fear, not sadness. Something different. Something new. A question growing inside him. That night, Tom lies in bed. He holds the note in his hand. He thinks about the old man. He thinks about the message. Then, slowly, Tom closes his eyes. He falls asleep. And when he wakes up, everything is different. Tom opens his eyes. But something is wrong. Very wrong. This is not his bed. This is not his room. This is not his house. He looks around. The room is small. There are toys on the floor. There are clothes on the bed. There is a baby bottle on the table. Tom sits up fast. His heart beats quickly. Where am I? He asks. What is happening? Suddenly a loud cry. A baby is crying in the next room. Tom stands up. He walks to the door. He opens it slowly. He sees a small baby in a chair. The baby cries and kicks its legs. Next to the baby is a little girl, maybe 5 years old. She looks at Tom and says, "Mummy." Baby is hungry. Tom feels confused. "Mummy, I'm not her mummy." He looks down. He sees he is not Tom anymore. He is wearing different clothes. He looks in the mirror. He is in a woman's body. He is now a mother. Tom feels shocked. He feels strange. But there is no time to think. The baby is still crying. The little girl is still talking. "Mummy, I'm hungry too." Tom walks to the kitchen. There is a sink full of dishes. There is no food on the table. The room smells like milk and soap. He finds a bottle. He makes warm milk. He gives it to the baby. The baby drinks and stops crying. But Tom is sweating. This is hard, he thinks. This is very hard. Next, he makes a simple breakfast. Bread and peanut butter. He gives the food to the little girl. She smiles. "Thank you, Mummy." Tom sits down for 1 minute. He is so tired, but then the phone rings. He answers. A voice says, "Hello, your shift at the store starts in 1 hour. Please don't be late again." Tom says, "Okay, I'll be there." He puts the phone down. He looks at the clock. Only 45 minutes left. He must dress the children. He must clean the kitchen. He must leave for work. But he has no car. How does she do this every day? He asks. Tom hurries. He helps the girl with her shoes. He puts a jacket on the baby. He carries the baby in one arm. He holds the girl's hand with the other. They walk fast. They take the girl to school. Then Tom takes the baby to a friend's house. Finally, he walks to work. He is late. His feet hurt. His back hurts. His head hurts. At work, he must stand for 8 hours. He lifts boxers. He helps customers. He smiles, but he is very tired. At lunch, he has no time to sit. He eats quickly. He thinks about the baby. He thinks about the little girl. He thinks she does this every day. She works. She takes care of her children. She never stops. Tom feels something new in his heart. It is not anger. It is not sadness. It is respect. That night, he walks back to the small house. He feeds the baby. He helps the girl with homework. He cleans the kitchen. Finally, the children sleep. Tom sits on the couch. He is so tired. He cannot move. He closes his eyes. And then darkness. Tom opens his eyes, or he tries to. But something is wrong. He sees nothing. Only black. Only darkness. He blinks again. Still nothing. What is happening? He says. Why can't I see? He puts his hand in front of his face. But he sees nothing. Am I blind? He asks. Yes, he cannot see. Tom begins to panic. He stands up. But he does not know where he is. He touches the wall. He feels the floor. He walks slowly. Very slowly. Then he hits a chair. He falls. He feels pain in his leg. He sits on the floor. He is breathing fast. He feels afraid. Then he hears a voice. Good morning, Jacob. Tom is confused. Jacob. Who is Jacob? Is that me? Another voice says, let me help you with your shoes. Jacob. Someone touches his foot. Someone puts on his shoes. Tom stays quiet. He does not know what to say. He does not know what to do. He tries to remember the last thing. The park. The old man. The note. The crying baby. The little girl. And now, he is a blind man named Jacob. Tom hears sounds. A radio. A spoon in a cup. Footsteps. He smells toast. He smells coffee. He feels warm sun on his face. But he sees nothing. How does Jacob live like this? Every day in the dark, someone helps him eat breakfast. Then they give him a walking stick. Tom touches it with both hands. It feels cold and smooth. He walks outside. The air is fresh. Birds sing. But he still sees nothing. He hears a bus. He hears cars. He hears voices. He wants to cross the road. He holds his stick. He waits for the sound to stop. Then, he walks slowly. One step. Another step. A car honks. Tom jumps back. His heart is beating fast. He almost got hit. A man shouts, "Watch where you're going." Tom cannot answer. He wants to cry. At the cafe later, he sits at a cafe. He hears two people talking next to him. They do not see him. They do not know he can hear. One says, "Poor man, look at him. He's blind." The other says, "It must be a sad life." Tom says nothing. He sips his tea. He listens. He feels pain in his heart. I am still a person, he thinks, even if I cannot see. A child walks by and says, "Hello, sir." Tom smiles. He says, "Hello, young friend." The child laughs. Tom feels warm inside. He cannot see the child, but he feels the kindness. In the evening, Tom goes back home. He takes off his shoes. He sits on the couch. He listens to the sounds of the world. Dogs barking. A train far away. People walking. He feels calm. He feels peace. He cannot watch TV. He cannot read a book. But he thinks deeply. I used to complain every day, he says to himself. But this man, Jacob, he cannot see anything. Still, he lives. He works. He smiles. Tom feels respect. Deep, honest respect. That night, before sleep, someone asks Jacob, "Do you ever feel sad?" And the man answers, "Yes, sometimes. But I still have life. I still have love. I still have a purpose. Life is still beautiful." 11. In the dark, Tom's heart is full. His eyes are wet, not because of pain, but because of understanding. Then everything fades. The voices go quiet. The darkness becomes soft. And Tom falls asleep. Again. Tom wakes up. This time, he is not in a bed. He is lying on something hard. It is not soft. It is not warm. It is the ground. He opens his eyes. He sees the sky. He sees buildings. He hears cars. He hears people walking. He sits up slowly. His clothes are dirty. His shoes have holes. His hands are cold. Next to him is a small bag. Inside the bag, one old shirt, one half-eaten apple, and a blanket. Tom looks around. He is on the street. People are walking past him. He looks at his hands. They are small. He touches his face. It is a young face. He walks to a window and sees himself. He is now a young homeless boy, maybe 10 or 11 years old. His stomach makes a sound, growl. He is very hungry. He has not eaten much. He looks at the apple in the bag. It is brown and soft, but he eats it anyway. I need more food, he thinks. I need to find something today. He walks to a shop. He sees bread inside. He goes to the door. He stands there. He looks at the people. Some people look at him. Some people look away. He says softly, "Excuse me, do you have food?" A woman shakes her head. A man walks past fast. No one stops. No one talks to him. One man says, "Go away, boy. This is not your place." Tom feels small. Tom feels invisible. He walks away. Alone in the city, he sits by a wall. He watches other children laugh and play. They have backpacks. They eat snacks. They run to their parents. Tom feels a tear in his eye. He wipes it quickly. Why am I alone? Where is my family? Why don't I have a home? The wind blows. It is cold. Tom pulls his blanket tight. But it is not enough. He hears someone laughing. He hears music from a cafe. He hears the life of the city. But he is not part of it. He is outside. He is forgotten. A small kindness as the sun begins to set. Tom feels weaker. He sits in front of a bakery. He does not speak. He just sits. Then, an old woman walks by. She stops. She looks at him. She walks into the bakery. She comes back with a warm roll of bread. She gives it to him and says, "Eat, little one." Tom looks at her. He feels warm tears again. He says, "Thank you," very softly. The woman smiles and walks away. Tom eats slowly. The bread is soft. The bread is warm. It is the best thing he has tasted in days. A little kindness, he thinks, feels like a big gift. Night falls that night. Tom sleeps under a bridge. He uses his bag as a pillow. He wraps the blanket around his small body. It is still cold, but his belly is not empty. And he remembers the smile of the old woman. He thinks, this life is hard. No child should live like this. No one should feel this cold, this hungry, this alone. Then he thinks of his own life. His warm bed, his job, his house. He had so much, but he never said thank you. Tom's heart feels heavy. He whispers, "I did not understand before, but I understand now." Then, the sound of water, the wind, the night. Tom closes his eyes. And once again, Everything fades to black. Tom wakes up in his own life again. Tom opens his eyes. This time, he knows the ceiling. He knows the smell. He knows the sound of the birds outside. He blinks. He sits up slowly. He looks around his bed, his small table, his old chair. He is home. He touches his arms, his hands, his face. Yes. He is Tom again. The young man from the small town. In his small house, he looks at the wall. There is a note on the floor. The same note from the old man. He picks it up. He reads the words again. Walk in another man's shoes. Tom holds the paper close to his heart. His hands are shaking. His eyes are full of tears. He remembers everything. The crying baby. The little girl. The heavy bags. The tired mother. The walking stick. The dark streets. The soft voice of the blind man. The cold wind. The brown apple. The bread from the kind woman. He remembers it all. It was real, he says. It felt real. Maybe it was a dream. But it changed something inside me. A new look. Tom walks to the mirror. He looks at his face. He sees the same brown eyes. The same tired shirt. The same old room. But something is different. He sees with new eyes. He sees his life clearly. Yes, it is small. Yes, he is not rich. Yes, he feels tired sometimes. But now, he is grateful. He makes tea. The cup is warm in his hands. He watches the light come in through the window. He sees the trees moving. He hears the birds sing. For the first time in a long time, he smiles. He takes a deep breath and says, thank you. Not to anyone. Not to the sky. Just, thank you. To life, a changed man. Beginner English extended. Tom puts on his shoes. He opens the door. He steps outside. The sky is blue. The sun is warm. The air feels fresh. He walks to work. But today, something is different. He walks slowly. He listens to the birds. He smiles at the people he sees. He sees a woman walking with her baby. He remembers the busy mother. He sees an old man sitting alone. He remembers the blind man. He sees a boy with torn clothes sitting by a tree. He remembers the homeless child. He feels his heart open. He feels something new. Kindness. Small actions, big heart. At the shop, he says, good morning, with a smile. When a customer needs help, he doesn't just do it. He does it with care. When an old woman drops her bag, he runs to help. Let me carry that for you, he says. When he sees a homeless man outside, he gives him his sandwich. The man says, thank you. Tom says, you're welcome, and means it. These are small actions, but they feel big inside his heart. At the end of the day, Tom walks home. He is still tired. His job is still simple. His house is still small, but his heart is full. He eats dinner and enjoys every bite. He sits by the window and watches the stars. He writes in a notebook, today I was kind. Today I smiled. Today I saw people. And today I was happy. He places the small note from the old man next to his bed. He looks at it again. Walk in another man's shoes. He turns off the light. He smiles in the dark. I don't need a big life, he thinks. I just need an open heart. For the listener and learner, we all live different lives. Some people have more. Some people have less. Some people smile. Some people cry. But behind every face, there is a story. A story of strength. A story of pain. A story of hope. Sometimes we forget. We look at our own problems. We say, my life is hard. We say, why don't I have more? But if you stop and look again, you may see something different. You may see a tired mother who never gives up. A blind man who still smiles. A boy who has nothing but still hopes. A stranger who gives, even when they don't have much. And you may begin to say, my life is not perfect, but it is a gift. So remember this. Kindness is free. Gratitude is powerful. And a little change in how you see can change everything. This story may not be magic, but if it touched your heart, then maybe, just maybe, it changed how you see life, and that's where everything begins.